Hello folks, welcome to the Thursday forecast and let's get right into the market. So first is the Euro and the US dollar, and this pair has showed us some moves. So it has finally broken out of this huge range, which is a very good sign. So finally we are seeing a break up. I do like that. And currently what it showed me, so it showed me a nice clean descending right here at this point. As we saw here, a nice clean descending, and then it reversed up. But for me personally, so I did not get an entry. We got a nice push up with a nice clean close, almost no wick, but we did not get an entry. I was very happy to take a trade, but it continued up. Then we also got another trade opportunity right here. So this is some sort of a new replay function. So let's see how it works. I have not used it. So we got a push up. Then we got a one candle pullback, then we continued, but for me personally we got a wick on the top, so I wanted to see a bit of a range. And this is the Euro US dollar, where we need to be really careful because it is kind of a really tough pair to trade, so we need that really high probability setup. And for me personally, I did not enter on this, so let's just see how this works. Yeah, I have to learn how to use it. But I did not enter on this pullback because I wanted to see a bit of a range after the wick. So this trade did not fit my plan, but I do like that the pair is moving, and let's see if we will get a push up and then a nice flag further up. Currently this to me is trending out of a descending structure, so I'm looking for that one more push up and then a flag or a break and retest, whatever we get. But do be careful, we really need to see those high probability setups on this pair. If it starts to ascend, then you know that it's high probability to reverse to the downside. So currently I'm looking for it to continue up. Nothing else would fit my plan personally. So then we have Euro Japanese yen. We have got a push down. Then we got this quick flag right here. I think this is where the flag formed, but for me personally, again, didn't fit my plan. I saw this bearish candle, so there was a huge wick here and kind of this formation of a flag. So for me personally, I wanted to see a large range after this huge wick. There was no range here, so just did not fit my plan. And then what happened, we just kind of started ranging around. So now we are in this range, clearly stuck in this range. So I'm looking for that large push up or that large push down, like this large push up or that large impulse down, just to get away from the range, just to move away from this ranging structure. So do be careful about the liquidity areas below and above right here. So below and above the range, we want to see how the price reacts in these areas. And yeah, we want to see that nice conviction down or a nice conviction to the upside like this. So for the Aussie and the US dollar, so for this pair there was a really good trade down here, which I unfortunately did not take. It looked a bit range bound to me, but definitely something to backtest and see if this works on a larger scale. So we had this really nice descending structure right here, and then just a second, so a nice descending structure, then it pushed up. We got a first push. I was not in on a reversal because of the wick. I wanted to see a range, then it continued. And for me personally, it kind of did not fit my plan because the overall price action was for me range bound. So I was not in this trade, but it is now banking really large amounts of percentage. It just shot up because of news. So that's really good. And we will see what happens, if people who are in this trade will continue or if something else happens. So yeah, currently on this pair, what I'm seeing, there was another opportunity right here to enter. So on this break and retest trade, so it broke up and then retested this inside bar. So for me personally, again, didn't fit my plan. We got double wicks and then aggressive retrace, so I wasn't really happy to take this trade. And we now pushed up again right here, got a nice push, broke the high with momentum, but then got double wicks on the top. So for me personally, now I do want to see maybe a bit of a range. Most probably I will not be taking this straight from here like this. It would kind of signal a V reversal. Also with the double wicks, doesn't really fit my plan. but I do like that the prior price action is heavily trending up, so that's definitely a good sign right here that we are heavily trending. So definitely looking for a buy trade at this point, looking for that break and retest or a nice flag, and definitely looking to get in on a trend. Do look if it starts to ascend, then you know that a reversal is very likely to happen, but currently I'm definitely looking to buy, and this looks really good. So let's see what happens. Does it break the high or does it reverse and break the low with momentum? So Aussie Japanese yen just broke out of the range, nothing particular, nothing really good happening on this pair, just broke out of this range and looks like it just broke and retraced, so nothing really big to say. Only thing I'm looking for is that further push up, and then if we get a nice clean close, maybe a nice break and retest, or I would definitely like to see a nice flag. That would be the best option. Again, what can happen, it can just create a V reversal like this. If we get momentum down, look for a range, look for a large impulse down and a flag. So to sum up, just looking for that large impulse up or that large impulse down on this particular pair. So it is currently in the liquidity zone above, so that is a warning sign, and I'm expecting just for this to retrace. I'm not really expecting it to continue, but if it continues, I would be interested in taking a buy trade. So pound US dollar also finally broke out of the range. We had this corrective descending structure as we talked about for a really long time, and then what happened, so we ranged around between the low and the high, then we broke the high, got some momentum, but then unfortunately there was no trade setup, so we broke the high, created a huge wick, broke the high again, retraced, and are now just stuck in this range. So clearly stuck in range, and when I see a range, I'm looking for those liquidity areas, so below and above, and I'm looking for that large push up or that large push down. So something like, let me just get it in like this, then a flag, or a nice trade down, a nice push and then a flag, just to get away from the liquidity areas and give us some large momentum, especially in this pair where I need to see that large momentum and some nice strong impulses. So that is it for the forecast. Yesterday I missed the forecast, was really busy, and unfortunately missed the big AU trade, but it happens. So let's move on, let's see what other trades we can get. Let's try to buy AU, of course, if it fits our plan, but markets are definitely heating up and moving, so let's see what will happen, and I will see you guys in the next forecast.